What's going on with ANKR?
Let's get into it.
So today, guys, we'll be taking a cheeky look at ANKR, specifically the technical analysis on that daily, 4-hourly and hourly chart, and trying to review exactly what's going on here with the ANKR coin. As we get into this video, guys, if you do find it useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you happen to be new to the channel and you'd like to stay up to date with those new cryptocurrencies and hidden gems, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By becoming a subscriber, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here. It is free. You'll stay well informed, so why not? Chris, anything you would like to add before we jump on down to the charts and see exactly what's going on here with ANKR?
Yeah, let us know where you think ANKR is going to be at the peak of the bull run. We think it's going to do amazingly well, but it'd be interesting to see what you think.
Fantastic. Right, let's get on into it.
Let's do it. Cool.
So this is ANKR to the USDT daily chart, and Binance is the data source. Here we can see that we have a Fibonacci retracement tool on here, and it actually runs from a low level over here on the 21st of March through to the high that was achieved on the 28th of March. It was a 7-day run that saw 222% in very nice gains. Since then, there has been a reasonable sideways trade here for now 39 days. It's quite a lengthy one, and it can be frustrating, but sometimes these things can take a little bit longer than we all desire. With that being said, we have a good support line forming here at 14.7 if we need it, which we shouldn't have to, but you know, if we do, we have got that as to fall back down to. We have got the 50 moving average also moving on up, actually crossing over our 14.7 support line at the moment. Right now, we are trading between the 618 and the 702. The resistance line is the 702. This is 17.2 cent. That seems to be the major area of resistance that we're really struggling with. It was also previously an area of support on the 1st of May. So on the 1st of May, that was a good support area. And since then, and since the breakdown, we're really struggling to push on through that 17.2 cent. Other than that, we are looking to continue to move to the upside, and we do have a little bit of a battle here just to get that all in place. With that being said, the volumes have now corrected to a really reasonable level. They are much lower than they were during the initial kind of 7-day spike here. When we had that initial spike in ANKR, the volumes were very, very high. They have corrected and they've stabilized. So right now they're incredibly low and very, very well positioned to do some fantastic things. We can also see that we have a 55.1 line on our relative strength index. This is the area that we bounced from before we had that 7-day run that saw significant gains with ANKR. In fact, it actually runs a little bit lower when we were down here on the chart. And we almost had this same scenario when we got the bouncing happening here, when Bitcoin had one of its corrections. It got down on the 7th of April to a low of 11.9 cent. And we were starting to see some significant runs here, but then Bitcoin had different plans and actually dragged ANKR back down. That was really unfortunate because that's when we had the correction below our 55.1 area on our relative strength index. Otherwise, we were looking for a good bounce here to move back to the upside. Right now, we were actually getting a little bit higher, and if we can get a good bounce from the 55.1 and the volumes actually start to increase, we could be in a very good position here for ANKR to move to the next level. What I'll do is I'll pull this into our 4-hourly chart, where we can take a look and see exactly what's going on. Here again, you can see that bouncing happening on this line. It's a key line, and obviously right now it's actually acting as a bit of resistance on that relative strength index. But ultimately, I think once we're past this line of 55.1, we should be moving the price of ANKR up quite significantly, as long, and the most crucial part here is as long as the volumes decide to come in and increase with that relative strength index. If only the relative strength index increases and the volume stays static, we will not see significant value. Instead, we need to see both the RSI increase, the volume increase, which will drive the price up higher. So at the moment on this 4-hourly chart, we can see that there's a resistance line of the 50 moving average, with the 100 and 200 moving averages actually acting as support. And we're sandwiched between that 50 moving average and the 618 area. We are trying to push into the 702, but that is obviously forming an area of resistance. But we are slowly getting squeezed by the 50 moving average and the 100, 200 moving average support lines. ultimately in a few probably days or so, they're going to get squeezed to the point where a breakout event has to happen. And the volumes are very well positioned to allow that to happen. And the relative strength index looks like it's well positioned. It's really now just a matter of waiting out for that squeeze to finally happen that will push things to the upside. I'll pull this into the hourly, and here you can see that we've just come down to that area and we're just about to bounce from it. So here you can also see we're getting really tightly squeezed by those moving averages. It could literally be any day now. So Anchor's looking pretty good, Chris. It's looking very interesting. We have good support and resistance on all of those average lines. We are firmly kind of wedged between them, and that is wedged between the 618 and the 702. And ultimately, we're right down on that key area on our RSI as well. Volumes started to increase a little bit, but have decreased. But this is quite common on the hourly, where the volumes and the relative strength index is quite volatile. If I zoom on out here, you can see how we've been fighting against this blue line for such a long period of time. What we're looking to do is actually start to move this thing to the upside. And I think we're only really a couple of days away now for Anchor to have that explosive action. That first price target that we're talking about here for Anchor comes in at 30.9 cent. From the current position, that's an 87% move and would be pretty good. We can obviously see the second price target comes in at 45.8. That's followed by 60.7 and then 70 cent at the top there. So some pretty good juicy price predictions there within this immediate relative strength and the Fibonacci retracement tool. And I still think it has the potential to go beyond that. Chris, do you think a $1 anchor coin is something that we could see in the future?
Oh, like definitely. Like it'd be beyond belief if it doesn't get there at some point. I expect it to happen this bull cycle, but if not, in time it will definitely get there. I think it's more than capable. I think we got into this one, I would say, really early. We've seen 3,000+% gains on this one. So if you got in from when we first started talking about it, you're in a really good position. And I don't think we've even scratched the surface yet. I think this one's got a lot in the tank still.
Absolutely. So I still think it can go higher than $1 as well. So this is going to be a really interesting one to see how it evolves over time, and obviously paste new Fibonacci's and see where they all go. So I think this is going to be a fantastic one to watch out for, guys. And guys, if you found this video useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you happen to be new to the channel and you'd like to stay up to date with all of that technical analysis, new cryptocurrencies, news, and hidden gems, then why not consider subscribing to the channel? By becoming a subscriber, you'll be kept up to date with everything we do here. It is free, you'll stay well informed, so why not? And with that said, done and out of the way, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah, take care.